Peace. I'm University Hill, back with another episode of Monday Motivation, man. Another banger as usual, man. New week, new opportunities, man. Yesterday is in the past, the future has not arrived yet, but in this present moment, we have an opportunity. And what I like to do on the weekends, recently just like to prep. I like to get my mind right. I like to, see where I want to take things, prepare, study, get everything together. And this week, I just want to talk about routine. I want to talk about planning. Failure to plan is planning to fail. So we can look at January, it's almost done, but we still in the first quarter. We are still in the beginning of the marathon, that first stretch, you know what I mean? So if you haven't reached any goals, if you haven't done the things you wanted to do just yet, keep calm, stay composed. It's not all over. One thing we have to realize is that we are creatures of habit. So the things that we do repetitively are the things that we are used to, the things that we are comfortable doing. So in order to break those habits, we have to do things that are uncomfortable. They say that it takes 21 days to build a habit and about 30 days to build a life. 21 days to build a habit, 21 days to break a habit, 30 days to build a habit, and about 3 to 6 months to make a lifestyle. So if you haven't done the things that you want to do consistently, don't tweak. And realize as well that the new year doesn't start until March. Alright? So technically we still in the old year. We still got like that old energy lingering around. But the new year doesn't start until March, April time. So a lot of the seeds that you're planting, if you're still struggling with some of those addictions, if you're still struggling with procrastinating, or you're still struggling about getting the ball rolling, don't tweak. Just keep calm. The plan is at hand, but realize that it's a quote as well that says in 6 months we either gonna have 6 months of excuses or 6 months of results. So you gotta get the ball rolling. Put down the weed, put down the drinks, go pick up the barbell, put down the porn, cut her off of all she brings sets. Cut them off is all you got is you digmatize. Cut the gospel, cut the bullshit, cut the social media, begin to cut it off, phase it all out. And one thing that can help with that is fasting. Fasting not only from those things that we are consuming, but as well as fasting food. Once we control what goes in our mouth, it's real easy to control everything that we're doing, because a lot of these habits come from the things that we're consuming. One thing like sugar or fast food can lead us to depression, and then when bad things happen, we already deal with depression. Now we look for coping mechanisms. We pick up the porn, we pick up the weed, we pick up the drink. We had that toxic person that we know we shouldn't be talking to just because we're lonely and we're depressed and we're in a sad moment. So instead of begin to love self, begin to fuel self, because these are Lamborghinis. Begin to fuel your Lamborghini with premium fuel and watch how your mentality feel. Begin to do the hard things that that give you that serotonin, not that dopamine. Know that dopamine is all about that instant gratification. It's all about getting that right now, and it's a high that we receive when we can get that high now. When you can just open your phone and see a baddie with a fatty get her pound, and you can visualize how you want to do that to her. Boom, now you jacking off, and boom, next thing you know, you done got that dopamine effect. Now once you do it, then you feeling all sad. Or when you go to the store and you buy that cheeseburger, knowing you said you're gonna lose your 20 pounds this year, but as soon as you eat, when you eating and you feeling like the best person in the world, but then you wake up and look in the mirror the next day and you look like shit. So now you sad again. Now you even more depressed because you went after that instant gratification instead of realizing, hey, I went to the store to buy that burger, which is $5-6, but you could have went to go buy a box of burgers for $5-6. Got some buns, got you some pickles, got you some lettuce, some tomatoes, and made the same burger at the crib and had a meal for the rest of the week, saved you some money, and had a healthier option. You know what I mean? So it's all about perspective. It's all about how we looking at things. So if you haven't actually, reached the goal that you wanted to reach this far, at this point, entering into the year, keep calm and realize we still got a lot of run to race. We still got a lot of race to run. It's not over yet, but realize it's essential to begin to build those habits. So it's Sunday right now while I'm recording this video. We going into Monday, alright? How did you prepare? How did you look at, what did you study? Did you learn from the lessons that we had last week? Did you look at the things that we missed out on last week? Did you look at the things that we could have been better at? Did you look at the things that we did good? That's the questions we gotta ask ourselves when we're beginning to reflect. We're beginning to reflect on who we are. And self-reflection is gonna help us get the furthest in life. I always say I'm my biggest critic. I always hold myself the most accountable. I always look at the things that I'm doing wrong. I always look at how I'm a shitty person. How I always look at myself like I'm the worst person on the planet. That's how I critique myself. So when other people are always talking to me, it's just like it's echoing in my ear, you know. But I still appreciate people that hold me accountable, that make me responsible for my actions, because I feel like if you have people that just saying yes to you and praising you all the time, that's shitty. But realize as well, it comes with a balance. You don't just need people around here who just turn you down all the time. You need people to see you for you are and give you praise when you deserve, but also look at you when you fucking up and let you know, hey, you fucking up. It's time to get on the job. And that's why our God is here. So I just want to say routine. It's important to get on the routine. I've been watching a lot of videos, man, and this lady, she been talking about shift workers, you know, the people that work night shift, preferably between 10 and 2, 10 and 4. And if you didn't know, the veil is the thinnest between 10 and 4. And one of the biggest laws of the cosmos is to make sure that we sleep, because we've got to realize that this meat suit that we have is just an ancient piece of technology. It's a vehicle. The real body that we have is our soul, you know what I mean, in our vessel. And when we go to sleep, the soul leaves the vessel and go live out other lives. So when you in dreams, you really just seeing yourself, your soul, yourself through different eyes of different bodies, unless you actually just astral project it and go into a meeting or whatever. So, but when we don't sleep at night, between the hours of 10 and 4, which the veil is the thinnest between 10 and 2, now we get into sleep deprivation. Now we get into hurting ourselves. And she's talking about how people that don't sleep between 10 and 2 automatically cuts 15 years off their lifespan. So rest and beauty sleep is essential. So routine. Are we getting enough rest? Are we getting enough sleep at night? Are we getting to bed? And what does that mean? That means that are we cutting our phone off 30 minutes before bed, so we can get it, so we can make sure that we're not getting that blue light into our eyes, tricking us, thinking that it's daytime, keeping us up longer than we want to be up? Are we eating 3 to 4 hours before bed so that our food is completely digested, and when we go to sleep, our body isn't working as hard to digest the food? Are we drinking water 30 minutes before bed so we can make sure that we hydrated? And when I say drinking water, I'm not talking about just drinking your spring water, because you got to realize most water that they give us is trash. But the most essential water that we need to be drinking is H3O2, which is structured water. And you get your structured water from eating your fruits or juicing or eating things that are high in organized structured water, or your spring water, which is a H3O. It's not a strong form of water, but it still gets you your minerals and your electrolytes. Realize that being hydrated is not drinking. Being hydrated is getting the electrolytes and minerals that are going to hydrate and electrify the cells. So are we hydrating? I'm making sure that we hydrated so when we go to bed we can get enough sleep. Are we praying? Are we getting our meditation in? Are we reading, you know, our Bible or whatever books you're interested in? They don't have to be religious or whatever. Are you reading so you can calm the mind, get your mind focused on one thing so you can quiet everything and go to sleep? You know what I mean? So are we doing those type of things? Are we stretching? Are we getting loose so we can feel relaxed? Or is our sheets clean? Have we taken a hot shower to relax the muscles? Realize that hot showers is going to relax you, lessen you up. Maybe take a bubble bath. Is your environment clean? Is your room clean? Cause realize that when our space is junky, it causes anxiety, it causes stress. So have we cleaned our room? Is our bed made up from when we got out of it? You know, that's important. The routine is essential, and as well as getting to sleep on time, it's important that, hey, so we can wake up on time, so we can have enough energy throughout the day and you know, and be sleepy when it's actually time to go to bed. Because if we wake up at 1 o'clock and we try to go to bed by 9, we only been up 8 hours, you know. So we probably ain't gonna be that sleepy. So are we getting to bed on time? And when we wake up, are we hydrating, flushing out that system, getting our workout in, taking a cold shower, you know, to wake us up, the flashes? Are we doing it? Are we exerting enough energy throughout the day so that when we get to bed, we tired, we exhausted, we don't want to, you know, we don't want to talk on the phone. We want to get some rest. So routine, that's the most important thing to get us through where we going. When we waking up, are we saying our prayers? Are we thanking God for the Most High for another day, another opportunity? You know, are we showing love to the people that we need to show love to? Are we exerting ourselves? Are we looking at our routine, or whether you're going to work or you got a business or you're an investor, whatever the case may be? Is the routine period, is the routine strong? Are you getting your workouts in? Are you eating at the right times? Are you doing the things that you said you wanted to do this year? Because it's somebody said that, if you show me what your habits are, I can show you who you're going to be in life. If you show me your room, I can show you who you're going to be in life. If you show me your circle, I can show you who you're going to be in life. Because we are in our environment, we make our environment, and our environment is a reflection of who we are internally. You feel me? So routine, look at your routine, look at what you're doing. That's what I've been on, for real. I know I took a little break on Saturday. I don't think I posted that on Saturday and Friday. I just been looking at my routine. How can I sharpen my routine? How can I get better at my routine? You know, and I'm still in the matrix, I'm still in the storm. So, you know, but I feel like, you know, getting out of the matrix will be good for me, you know. But routine, man, routine. Get into routine, the habits of heading to the gym as soon as you wake up, or cutting you up some cucumbers, getting you some fresh water in your system when you wake up, and then get your 50 push-ups and your 50 sit-ups or squats, whatever you want to do. Getting your prayer and reading your Bible, your scriptures as soon as you wake up. Not waking up and hopping straight on the phone. You know, that'll start the day off wrong. Waking up and looking directly at the phone, procrastination off the rip. You know, washing our face, you know, switching our toothpastes from non-fluoride toothpastes. Maybe using coconut oil and baking soda. You know, that's a good, that's what I've been doing. I've been replacing my toothpaste with coconut oil and baking soda. Using healthier soaps, you know, looking at our routine, looking at the things that we're doing repetitively, you know. So I just want to say this week, focus on routine. And to focus on routine is to focus on discipline, and discipline is one of the best forms of self-love. Discipline is one of the best forms of self-love, and self-love is essential, because if we don't love ourselves, we can't love anybody else. You feel me? Man, it's go time. The energy is here. They say that winter is the hardest time to begin something new, because that's when everything is dying on the planet because of their sub-zero technology. It's structured that way. So when everything, it's hard to build a habit now, but if you could do it, just imagine where you can be in springtime when everything begins to blossom, when all the seeds that you already planted are beginning to sprout. You know, how you gonna come out the gate in this new energy that's about to enter off the rip? How you gonna be sprinting on that second quarter? And then going into that third quarter, you're going to be able to speed up, and in the fourth quarter, finish strong. So right now, we are in the first quarter. It's not need to panic right now, but realize that if we continue to have these same habits throughout the year, it's going to be pretty hard to catch up. And remember what Kobe said? He said, man, in the summertime, in the off season, I was working so hard that every off season, by the time everybody else got to work, I was already 5 years ahead of them. So nothing they did will allow me to catch up. Not saying that we are competing with anybody, but are we pushing ourselves to the limit that we can push ourselves, as well as getting enough rest and loving ourselves and having fun. I know me personally, man, I have been working so hard, I have not had any fun. The most fun I had was smoking some weed, and that was lame as hell. I ain't went on no vacations, or maybe getting some pussy. And I was married most of the time, so I was fucking the same girl. And that's lame too. Sex shouldn't be fun, just fun. Sex should be something divine, used to make babies. So how are we having fun? That's what my goal this year, to have some fun, man. Get out to the beach, get out to the movies, travel, live life, man. Live life on my own terms, you know. Take my daughter to show her the world, shop. Are we having fun? Having a good social life, as well as making sure we putting in the work, working harder than we're playing, as well as making sure that we realizing that rest is essential. Remember on the last video, we talked about how going into that darkness is where we are able to sprout our roots so that our foundation is stable, so we can build a larger building. You know, we can fulfill the Most High's purpose in our life. And that starts with rest, that starts with prayer, that starts with meditation, that starts with eating right, that starts with working out, that starts with building a great foundation, so that when we actually get to building that structure, it has a nice stable place to build on. You know, and E.T. said it best, man. He said they built a structure that was so tall, but they only put the foundation so low, so low and not deep enough, so that, you know, if a mudslide came down, the whole structure's gonna come down because the foundation was weak. So these are some gems, man. This week, focus on routine. Focus on getting back to who you want to be, or getting to who we want to be. Because every time I'm speaking to y'all, I'm just speaking really to myself. I'm telling you the things that I'm telling myself, because most of the time I'm alone. So I never really had nobody to tell me this personally. You know, I really had to go out and search for the information, looking up people like E.T., Chris Sang, you know, looking up people like Divinely Godly Starseed, looking up people like, you know, all the leaders that Rashad, Yaqui, all the leaders that I look up to, all the people that I look to as a leader. I never really had that for somebody to talk to me about the way the things that I could talk to y'all about. So every time I'm talking, I'm really just talking to myself, you feel me? But again, this week, just focus on routine, man. Focus on living a healthier life, loving self more, and everything is gonna come in divine timing. But faith without works is futile. So no matter how much you pray, no matter how much you wish that something's gonna happen, if we not getting better, if we not turning away from the things and repenting from the things, our animalistic nature and our reptilian brain, and going towards God and going towards and doing the things that we need to do, as well as putting in the work, and our faith is futile. There's no point in having faith, because we're not doing anything to gravitate those things towards us to grow. You know, sitting and praying and putting your hands together without actually doing the work, there's no point, man. So as always, man, this is I Am University. Ragard the Black Swan here, back with another episode of Minute Motivation, man. If you haven't already, go shop my brand, www.regaliusfineby.com. Subscribe to University, like, share, comment, the whole nine. Make sure you follow us on TikTok. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, man. Ragard the Black Swan, man. As always, wishing you a great week. I hope wishing you abundance, divine peace, love, and true happiness. I'm wishing that everything begins to go in place for you in this new energy, in this new cycle, man. And just know that it's all up on you. You can do this. It's in you. It's not on you. You can do this. Just keep putting in the work. Keep doing the things you need to do, and live with the results, family. So as always, salute. Wish you divine peace, love, and harmony on all. Peace.